Recognized on the bill. Ms. Lesko, for what purpose do you seek recognition?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to speak in support of my bill.
Gentlelady recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm proud to sponsor the H.R. 6192 Hands Off Our Home Appliances Act. This Wall Street Journal article makes clear why my bill is needed. Let me just read a couple verbs or things from it. It says, for months, Donna King experimented with the various settings of her washing machine, trying to get her clothes to stop coming out covered in detergent residue. In the era of tightening water and energy standards, King thinks the machine just doesn't use enough water, with clothes emerging nearly dry to the touch. She regularly runs her T-shirts through the washing machine a second time. Quote, I'm all for saving the environment, but this ain't the way to do it. If you got to do something 2 or 3 times, the 59-year-old said, the standard is great on paper, but when it comes to practical and real-life situations, it's a bunch of S. I support energy efficiency. Energy efficiency over the last 45 years has helped save consumers real money and has lessened the need to build new power plants. However, the Biden administration has taken this program and corrupted its purpose. It has made up information and is using the process to deny American consumers the choices they deserve. The Biden administration has unleashed its radical environmentalists to use the current law to try to ban stoves, gas stoves, and other home appliances. It's time to update the Energy Policy and Conservation Act, also known as EPCA, to make it more useful to consumers. This bill puts real energy savings back into consumers' pockets. No longer can DOE claim that 12 cents a month in savings is considered economically justified, like they claim for their ban on gas stoves. With this bill, this will no longer be acceptable. This bill does several things that will help consumers. First, cost to low-income consumers must be considered, not just given lip service. This bill will require a new standard to provide a 3-year payback. This is especially helpful to low-income consumers. Second, this bill requires that any new standard actually saves significant energy. It requires any new standard for any product must achieve at least a 10% reduction in energy or water usage, and the new standard must reduce overall energy usage in the United States over 0.3 quads over a 30-year period. Both of these standards are common sense and very doable. Consumers will turn these energy efficiency savings into real dollars in their pockets. This bill will prevent the banning of any household appliance. Any new standard cannot affect the duty cycle charging time and runtime of the covered product. Clothes washers and dryers will have to actually clean your clothes and dishes. The compatibility of the covered product with existing systems, the lifespan of the product, and they can no longer approve a standard that discriminates based upon the type of fuel being used. In Biden's DOE, homeowners will no longer be able to choose the type of furnace their home requires. A recent finalized standard for home furnaces will outlaw non-condensing natural gas furnaces. Millions of homes, including those in my district, currently have non-condensing furnaces. When they need to replace them, it may not be practical or even possible to make the switch if Biden gets his way. This is especially true of older homes disproportionately owned by low and fixed income households. This bill will put sanity back into energy standards, energy efficiency standards. I support common sense energy efficiency standards, and for the first time, this bill will put in law a common sense approach to energy efficiency. This will end abuses to a very good program. I hope my colleagues will vote yes on this bill. And Madam Chair, I also ask unanimous consent to include the Wall Street Journal article that I referenced into the record.
Without objection, so ordered.
And I yield back.